In today's video, I'll be discussing how much India spends on weddings. The term Big Fat Indian Wedding is quite popular, but most people don't know the economics behind these lavish ceremonies. So, in this video, I'll share some interesting facts and data about the money involved in Indian weddings. The goal of this video is not to judge whether spending more or less on a wedding is right or wrong, but to understand the economics of Indian weddings. You might be wondering why on a finance and investing channel I'm talking about wedding spending. Well, according to one study, an average Indian family spends about 1/5 or almost 20% of their total accumulated wealth on a single wedding ceremony that lasts just a few days. What this tells is, while marriage is one of the most important and emotional events in one person's life, it also has a huge impact on one's finances. So, given the impact of marriage spending not only on personal finances, but also on the larger Indian economy, it is important to break it down and fully understand it. My name is Kanak and welcome back to my channel. For more such interesting content, subscribe to my channel. And if you find this video interesting, then hit the like button and drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Before we begin, the data used in this video has been gathered from multiple sources, including research data from Statista, WedMeGood, KPMG and so on. With that said, let us get started. Each year, there are slightly more than 10 million or 1 crore marriages in India. India has a young population with a median age of about 28 years, and nearly 51% of India's population is still unmarried, which means around 700 million or 70 crore people are yet to be married in India. And at the current rate, without accounting for population growth, it would take about 35 years for everyone to get married. What this highlights is that the Indian wedding market is here to stay. Now, wedding expenses can vary based on factors like financial situation, societal expectation, social pressure, culture and traditions. The ultra-rich can spend hundreds of millions of dollars on a single wedding, while others might spend around a couple of lakh rupees, which roughly equals to $3,000. But on an average, an Indian wedding expenses are somewhat between 10 lakh rupees and 20 lakh rupees, which translates to about $13,000 to $26,000. Now let us talk about how spending on marriages is distributed in India. About 35% or roughly 1 in 3 marriages spend less than 10 lakh rupees or less than $13,000. Almost half or 50% spend between 10 lakh rupees and 50 lakh rupees, that is between $13,000 and $60,000. The top 15% spend more than 50 lakh rupees, which is more than $60,000. This spending distribution can vary widely across India, depending on whether it is a rural area or an urban area, the state, and the factors such as religion and caste. Studies estimate that the total market size of India's wedding industry is around $50 billion. Or about 4 lakh crore rupees. India ranks second only to the United States in total wedding spending. Despite having a lower per capita income, India's high ranking is due to the large number of weddings and the significant share of personal wealth that people spend on it. The wedding industry in India is expected to grow by about 7 to 8% annually, meaning this market will surpass $120 billion or 10 lakh crore rupees by 2030. Now let us look at where people spend the most on weddings. About 40 to 50% of the total wedding cost goes into the venue and food. Indian weddings typically have a large number of guests, often in hundreds or even thousands, and they last up to 3 to 4 days on an average. The choice of venue and food significantly impacts the total cost due to the expenses of hosting so many guests for multiple days. Jewelry and clothing are the second largest expense in an Indian wedding, making up about 25 to 30% of the total cost. India is one of the top 5 gold importers in the world, importing nearly $35 billion or 3 lakh crore rupees worth of gold in 2023. A large portion of this gold is used to make wedding jewelry. The top jewelry stocks in the Indian stock market have generated significant returns over the last 2 decades, and this market is expected to keep growing as wedding spending continues to rise. Gifts, transportation, decoration, entertainment, photography, and other items account for the remaining 20% of the total wedding expense. Finally, let's talk about who finances Indian weddings. Traditionally, the family pays for all wedding expenses. However, many millennials now finance their own weddings through savings and personal loans. Due to the high cost, many families also take personal loans to cover the expenses. Although there is no exact data, some reports suggest that 1 in 3 marriages is financed by a personal loan. Due to societal expectations, many people feel pressured to take out high interest loan, which can lead to financial strain. During the COVID-19 pandemic, major banks in India, such as the State Bank of India, saw a 33% increase in personal loans for weddings. So while wedding is one of the most important and emotional events in a person's life, it is crucial to balance wedding expenses with the sources of financing to ensure long-term financial well-being. Thanks for watching till the end, and if you liked the video, then subscribe to the channel for more such content.